This is my colleague from Essex and elsewhere, Chris Garrington. And Chris and I do media training for doctoral students together. And what Chris is going to be doing today, well, she'll tell you. She'll tell you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Pleasure to be here. I think fascinating to hear Pam talk today. She's living, breathing proof that these things are possible, that these are things that you could work towards. You're going to be hearing a bit more from me later on in the day, and I'm hoping to be able to share some tips and thoughts with you about how you as PhD students can tell your research stories. That's towards the end of the day. But Pam and I thought it would be fun for you all, maybe you won't share that view, to give you the chance maybe to give an interview today to me, wearing my former BBC journalist, radio journalist hat. So I'm going to be roving around during the break and at lunchtime, and I'm going to be carrying with me my microphone and asking you a few questions about your research. And just a couple of tips, things to think about when you're doing that. A lot of good advice from Pam already this morning, but I want you to think about what your research is about. Don't necessarily confuse that with the title of your research. Really think about what it's about, why it's important, why it's useful, why it's valuable, and who's going to benefit. Going back to what Francis was talking about earlier in terms of impact. Who might benefit from it? Who might it be useful for? Those are the sorts of questions I'm going to be asking you. Bear in mind, I'm very conscious you've already worked on your research probably for about 3 months, something like that, 3 or 4 months, and you've got another few years to go. I'm going to give you 1.5 minutes. Okay, 1.5 minutes. That's the reality of radio news, for example. The other challenge we wanted to set you, saw some of you tweeting yesterday on the ESRC PhD hashtag. It'd be really great if all of you who are using Twitter today could share if you are using any sort of social media or digital platform in your research, in whatever way, to collaborate, to network, to get your research out there. Tell us about it on Twitter today. Send a link to tell us why you use Twitter in 140 characters, why it's so good. And finally, if you've given a radio interview, if you've written a blog, if you've been on the telly, if you've done something really, really good out there, share the links, share with each other. We can all learn from each other today. It's going to be a really fun day. No comment is not an option. So don't hide away from me. I'll be wearing my bright orange jacket. I'll be carrying this. I will be coming to find you. And indeed, maybe this is something you'd like to do today. Come find me, okay? Come and find me. If you'd like to have a go, come and find me and let's do this interview. And we're going to play those interviews back towards the end of this afternoon. I look forward to speaking to you all then. Have a great day. Thank you.